Hello there folks, and welcome back to Star Citizen. They have launched patch 1.1 and we're going to take a look at one of the things that they've added. We'll take a look at the other things that they've added in a separate video. This video is going to be dedicated to, obviously, as you can tell, the Aegis Retaliator. And while we are taking a look at it, we're going to go through a couple of the stats and what inspired the design of this ship. So, the design was actually inspired by the World War II B-17 bomber, and as such, it is loaded to the teeth with ball turrets. It has 5 manned ball turrets, and on the exterior, it looks quite remarkably like a B-1 Lancer heavy bomber, or supersonic bomber, and it is very, very good looking. And the interior is actually inspired by nuclear submarines, and as such, there is no space to spare. Every little nook and cranny of this ship is packed to the brim with useful things. Unlike the Constellation, where you definitely have room to spare and you can stretch your legs, in this ship, not so much. Everything has a use. And let's actually talk about the stats of this ship. The length is 71 meters, the width is 53 meters, and obviously these wings right here, they extend, so that's where the width of 53 meter comes into play. It's a little bit narrower right now. The height is 14 meters. The crew complement is around 6 to 7. There's 6 regular crew member slots and 1 captain chamber. The power plant is a size 5 power plant that comes in stock. There is a size 6 power plant that you can get for it. And these 2 thrusters back here are your main propulsion thrusters. They are 2 TR5 size thrusters, and the maneuvering thrusters, there are 2 there and 2 there. There are 6 of those. Those are TR4 size maneuvering thrusters, and there are 12 TR1 size maneuvering thrusters on this as well. You can see the other 2 TR4 size maneuvering thrusters are on the top. And as far as turrets go, we have 1 turret right here on the bottom, 1 turret on the front on the bottom, and there are 2 turrets on the top in the back, right there and there. You'll be able to see them, and we'll show you them from the inside as well. And then there's another turret on the top right there. It looks as though they field size 1 weapons. Let's actually talk about the shields of this. The information available right now says that it only has a size 3 shield, which is obviously subject to change, and that comes from the ship's stat page, and I kind of don't believe that that's actually what it's going to come with, because the Cutlass Blue comes with a size 5 shield, and the Caterpillar Transport, as of now, comes with a size 5 shield too, so I would be very, very surprised if this only came with a size 3 shield. And the final thing that this thing comes with are size 5 weapons. Torpedoes, to be precise. However, this is the civilian variant, so when you get it in-game, when the actual game launches, you will not actually have any torpedoes on board, but we do have torpedoes on board for the aesthetics right now. So right now we went up one of our 2 little lifts right here, and we are in the lift room. And if we peer through this door, we can see this is where the torpedoes are. I just get a solid chuckle out of these, because these things are about the size of an Aurora. And there are 4 torpedoes per bay, and there are 2 bays. If you want to load your Retaliator to the brim, you can. And man, oh man, I can't imagine the explosion that these things are going to make. And there's obviously the door, so when you want to fire these, the door will open. These robotic arms will come down and launch the torpedoes, and then they'll rotate around to launch the second one. Man, oh man, are those going to make some fantastic explosions. Alright, let's go to the front of the ship, which is in this general direction. And here we have a little glass window where we can see the torpedoes. They are clear sky armaments, apparently. Such a peaceful name for such a destructive weapon. I really do like all the little doodads and greebles that they add, as they call them. Very nice monitors and blinking lights and whatnot. And here is the upper deck. Right now we're on A deck, apparently. And here is where your front ball turret is. And here is where your piloting seat is. We're going to take a look at the visibility out of the piloting seat. The visibility on the side is fairly good. Obviously, it is being blocked a little bit by this armor in the cockpit. The visibility from the top is very, very good. You can move your head all the way back, and there's really nothing obstructing. Also, I do like the fact that the reinforcement bars on this cockpit are very, very thin, so they do not hinder too much visibility. They don't create that big of blind spots, which is very nice. Also, you have very good, fairly good, I should say, downward visibility. And you can move the controls. Really doesn't do anything right now, but there really isn't much added functionality for the ball turrets or any auxiliary systems in here. You can really just walk around the ship right now, and that's about it. You can't get into your ball turrets. You can't get into your sleeping quarters. Well, you can get into your sleeping quarters, but you cannot get into the sleeping cells and the beds. You can't sit on your toilet and that sort of thing. Speaking of beds, this is where the captain's quarters is. The door is already open, but there you go. And here is the captain's bed. It's just a small little room. You have your little medical area here, a little bit of storage here, and some, looks like, console to access ship systems, as well as more storage. And we'll close that door. And let's head up to the upper deck and take a look at that. Up here we have the forward ball turret, and there is a nice little window here for little spotting. Not that it really does much. Obviously the ball turrets and the pilot are going to have much better visibility than somebody just, looking around over here, and they'll be blocking the stairway, so there's that too. And here is where you can put your weapons, your rifles and heavy weapons that you can carry on your person. So one very, very nice thing about the design of this ship is that right here is the crew quarters. So say somebody's trying to board your ship, you can awaken your crew, call them to arms, and their weapons are right here. So it's very, very handy, very, very quick. And here is the crew quarters. There are 6 slots for your crew to sleep in. Can't actually get in them right now. And I believe they also act as escape pods. Either that or these are the escape pods, but I do believe that those sleeping pods do act as escape pods as well, if I'm not mistaken. There's a couple of nice windows up here so you can see space as you're traveling. It's going to be a nice comfortable vessel, especially if you don't have your full crew complement. It'll be a very, very spacious ship. Despite the fact that all of the available spaces are being used, it'll still be a nice ship. And we are going to go towards the back of the ship now. Right now I have all the doors open. I suppose I don't need to have all the doors open. Close that one. And here's another door that I left open. I'm such a bad person. And here is your secondary torpedo room or cargo room, whichever you want to use it as. You have the robotic arms that can carry your torpedoes or bombs or just cargo in general. And this room is obviously going to have some sort of purpose. I can't quite tell if it's a radar room or an engine room or a shield room, but it does have some sort of purpose. Actually, judging by the fact that there's a 1 and 2, this might be the weapons room. That may very well be what this is. And there's a little access hatch down here. I don't think we can use it. Nope, not unless we want to clip through the door. So let's not do that. And obviously this is the door that we closed. So there are many doors, so in case the atmosphere gets breached on one section, you will have several airlocks to protect you from the rigors of space and the vacuum of space. So let's head on back here. This actually seems like it's a little bit smaller maybe than the other room. Maybe it's not. But it is designed a little bit differently than the forward torpedo room. And here we have one of the rear upper ball turrets. And then we can head on back in this direction. We have some lockers and stuff you can't really get into right now. We have the bottom ball turret near the rear of the ship. More of the same when it comes to the lockers. Even the doors are very, very well detailed. Anyhow, here is the other ball turret right here. I cannot wait until they add the functionality, and in fact, I can't wait until they add this into the game. This is going to be a fantastic ship to fly around in. In fact, that's about it for the interior. I'll just close some doors to show you what it looks like when all the doors are closed. So this is what it looks like when all the doors are closed. Hooray! So on, whatnot, and etc. And I think that's about it for the interior of this ship. I have a bad habit of keeping my doors open. That could come to haunt me in in the persistent universe. So gotta keep my doors closed. Alright. Well, I think that'll be it. And obviously docking ring right there. Dock A, as it says. We're gonna go on lift 2 on the ride down. Alright, so there you go. That has been the Aegis Dynamics Retaliator. It does look kind of funny sitting in the Revel in York hangar. It's like parking a B-52 on Park Avenue, but, well, it does, as many people have mentioned, have better lighting in this hangar, so that's why we're here. So, thank you folks for watching, and I will be making another proper episode on Star Citizen 1.1 and the other things that they've added, so thank you folks for watching. That'll be it for this episode, and I will see you guys next time.